This is my first video in the channel, and I just wanted a way to vent my disappointment towards the ending of a work I've always cherished. So we're talking about Peaky Blinders, the movie that has just dropped a few days ago, and honestly, it didn't carry that Peaky Blinders aura. Starting with the protagonist, Tommy Shelby. It was honestly disturbing to see him become so superstitious. And what actually bothers is the fact that he killed Arthur when we know for a fact that the series Tommy would never. Um, I think the ending of this character was meant to be suicidal instead of being in the hands of his bastard son. And speaking of him, Duke was actually a good addition in season 6, but I genuinely think that he would have worked far better as a villain instead of John Beckett, who is by far, the worst villain to ever disgrace Peaky Blinders. And seriously, if you have any doubt, would you even put him close to the villains we got attached to, such as Afi Solomon's, Luca Changretta, Mosley, Chester Campbell, Father Hughes, or even Billy Kimber? Yes, even Billy Kimber. All of them had presence. Beckett has none. They clearly tried to go for some kind of Godfather type dynamic or scenario. But Duke is not Michael Corleone. He does not have that aura, and they could never replace Tommy. If anything, Michael Gray is far more suitable as a successor than Duke. At least he got ambition. And then we have the coin toss. One of the most sacred elements in this work is becoming meaningless all of a sudden. Something that was linked to those who fought in France. Thomas Shelby in particular is now inherited to Duke, and it's fine. But what actually isn't right is not being respected. I remember the scene in season 4, if I'm not mistaken, when Abraham Gold tried to provoke the brothers, and the coin toss alone played a major factor in resetting dominance of the Peaky Blinders over him. And I have to say that whoever played John Beckett should stay far away from the camera, from any camera. I don't know how else to put it, but he manages to butcher the character in every single aspect of his performance. I mean, he never failed to butcher every scene he played in any shape or form. The way he talks, his accent, his body language, you can name them all. Everything about him is so cringe. You could never compare him to Oswald Mosley despite diminishing his role in season 6. You could still feel his aura, but I'm sorry. That man's acting was horrendous. Now let's talk about a bit about the female actresses. First, when I have seen Rebecca Ferguson, I was excited to see her play. But as soon as I found out that she's the new Polly Gray, I knew she could never fill that gap. And may I ask you, dear listener, were you disturbed or as disturbed to see her character still alive at the end of the movie? I mean, by the way it's written, I felt like she meant to be killed by Duke in particular for offering the so-called peace. Well, I don't know at this point, but let's see. Where is Lizzie? Despite the strong presence of her daughter Ruby, we didn't feel hers at all. And if you know Peaky Blinders, this character was built upon many episodes and scenes just to vanish like that without any cheap explanation. And then Ada, well, Ada, I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say anymore, apart from they massacred her as well, which is not something new to you by now. All I can say is the movie lacks depth and conversation. Some scenes are rather stupid and provocating than funny, like the Garrison scene. Seriously? No one knows who Tommy Shelby is? No one heard of him? And that grenade scene as well. Just ridiculous. Instead of giving us something solid, like the Aiden Club in season 2, I think, in season 2, with real tension and proper brawls, we get this. I feel no one was actually trying to give this story the ending it deserved. So yeah, I think I'll just end it here. Thanks for listening.